Okay, tonight on a somewhat different episode of The Vince Dao Show, it is Friday. We will be prematurely celebrating 150,000 subscribers. We're like right on the brink, okay? We're about 100 or 200 subscribers away, but what am I supposed to do? We were planning it for tonight. What am I supposed to do? Push it back to Monday? All right, but so tonight we'll be doing that by reacting to some old videos. It'll be fun, all right? It'll be fun. Stay tuned, everyone. We are live tonight from the great state of Florida. Welcome everyone to the Vince Dao Show. I am your host, Vince Dao. And before we begin, as usual, be sure to leave a like on the stream and subscribe if you are new. If you are new to the channel, we do this show live at 8 p.m. Eastern time every Monday through Friday. So be sure to join us and welcome if this is your first time joining us here on the show. Let's see how many likes we're at. We're at 12 likes. Chat, what are we doing? Okay, let's get up to 50 likes. And as usual, if you want to super chat the show, all right, like I said, we are celebrating 150,000 subscribers tonight. And I know what you're going to say, Vince, I'm looking on the YouTube and it says 149. All right, listen, let me explain something. Let me explain this, okay? So I feel like this is the right opportunity to do a kind of like subscriber special. Because I'll be honest, my voice still sucks, okay? The voice is still not doing that well, just totally dead. And, you know, the news, I'm just not feeling that enthusiastic about it today. It's totally boring. I can bring up the same stuff over and over again, but it's just a slow news day. What can I say? And, you know, I figured so it would be a good time to celebrate. Unfortunately, YouTube did not cooperate, okay? Because we were going at that rate. It was the same way with 100,000. You're growing really fast. The YouTube shorts have been doing very well. Thank you for that. And, you know, right when you're like 1,000 away, all of a sudden it moves like a snail. It moves like a snail, okay? So, I don't care what you say about, oh, well, you know, you're not actually at 150,000. We are celebrating 150,000 tonight. We're going to hit it probably by tomorrow, if not then by Sunday. So, listen, let me just say prematurely, thank you for 150,000 subscribers. This is your 150,000 subscriber special, okay? And so here it is. All right. So, I was thinking, what do people normally do on YouTube when they hit subscriber goals? Sometimes they answer Q&As, which we could do at some point. We do other stuff, but I thought a fun one. I don't care if, you know, not as many people watch it or whatever, which I'm sure is going to be the case, but I thought a fun thing to do for the hardcore fans out there. This show tonight is for you. This show truly is for, you know, the OGs who are all about the content. Hold on, is this stream dropping? Why am I getting lag on this? Are we good? Are we good? Okay. Anyways, this is only in dedication to the hardcore viewers of the channel. Chat, we will be reacting to my old videos, okay? Now, if you know, statistically speaking, if you're watching the channel now, I'd have to assume you're probably relatively new. Most of you probably came from Vice or from the, you know, the drama, or I shouldn't call it drama, but sort of the content following Vice and all that type of stuff. And so you probably only been subscribed to me for a few months. I know we've done, you know, we've blown up a lot, but even if you're not, I'd venture to guess you're probably around from like 2021, 2022. But chat, I've been doing the political thing since 2018, okay, since I was like a little baby in high school. And so, you know, it'll be fun, it'll be nostalgic. Let's react to some of my old videos here, some of the first videos, as you can learn the origin story of Vince Dao, which I will slowly start to try to explain as we go through it tonight, okay? And it'll be fun. We're celebrating 150K, relax Friday night stream. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. But first, we got a super chat from Enclave Nationalist says, I define American as, I'm not going to read that chat, Enclave Nationalist. You see, you seriously think that that's TOS? I've told you about this several times, okay? Can you just behave for once? Thank you for the $5. All right, let's get into the stream tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So, all right. Let me hit the screen sharing thing here, which I believe is this one. Yes, here we are. Why is my head cut off? Why have I cut off my own head? What was I thinking here? Small Graydon guy says, are we going to react to 714? Well, considering I don't know what that is, and considering most people don't know what that is, I seriously doubt it, okay? But, all right, I think a good place to start is to do my first ever video on this channel. Now, my first ever video on this channel is not... Actually, this was not my first ever YouTube channel. I had one before this that was called... I don't even know if I should say the name, but it was... I had a political YouTube channel before this, but I wish I never did this. I wish we could go back and show you those, but I deleted all the videos. I did not private them. I did not unlist them. I deleted them. I think it was because... I remember around 2020 or so when I was looking at the old channel from like 2 years ago that was totally dead. I remember being very embarrassed. I remember being very embarrassed at my own content and just deleted the whole channel. I deleted everything. Okay, so unfortunately that does not exist, but fortunately some of the content did survive, and so we might as well get into it. Okay, so when I first started this channel, this actually was my first ever video that we did. And it was me going around Washington, D.C. You'll see. Here we go. All right. Which actually, hold on, I gotta fix the audio so that way you're not hearing like doubles. Hold on, let me fix it so you're not hearing this like crazy echo. Okay, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay, and then this one this way. Okay, all right, we should be good to go now. All right, let's get into this. So this was recorded in about summer 2019. Look how young I was. Look at those glasses, chat. How we feel about the glasses? I used to wear the glasses. Now, people probably are like, haha, you can't see. That's actually not true at all. Okay, I'll make an admission now because it's years later. It's declassified. These glasses the entire time were always fake. Okay, these were fake glasses. Like, they were clear lens glasses, no prescription. And I literally just wore them because I don't remember. I remember like when I first... It actually started in high school. It started outside. Like, I started wearing, like, fake glasses because that's what I saw other Asian e-boys do. And people were like, that actually looks good. And so I just started doing it. But I don't know. So, chat, how do we feel about the glasses? Is my first question. All right, let's get into this. So, as you can see, I think I recorded this on my first Turning Point conference. So, you can see the 15-year-old. I think I was 16, actually. I think I was 16 in this video. 16-year-old, you know... Republican activist kid. Look at this. All right, anyways. Why is there no sound? Okay, hold on. I don't know why there's no sound. Why is it lagging out now? What's going on? Okay, thank you, YouTube. Very cool. It's just, hold on. Let me try closing some applications. Maybe that's what's happening. It's literally just buffering. What the heck is going on here? Hold on. You guys can't hear it, can you? I literally can't hear this. Hold on. Maybe I have it set up wrong. Maybe it's my fault. Oh, that's why. Okay.
What's up, guys?
All right, there we go. Sorry about that. All right, we're good. We're back. No 714 jokes. We're doing good. Literally no, we're literally fine. Okay, we're fine.
What's up, guys? VinceDao here, and today we're going to be doing a quick social experiment.
I don't know why it's so laggy, though. All right, this is a strong computer. Hold on, let's see. Let me see. I don't know why it's doing that. Should I try refreshing it? I think that's just Chrome being stupid because. All right.
What's up, guys? VinceDao here, and today we're going to be doing a quick social experiment involving the greatest hat on Earth. What we're basically going to do is ask people, without wearing the hat, what their opinion of me basically is, and then I'll put the hat on, and then we'll ask, has their opinion of me changed, and if so, how exactly? So we're basically going to see.
So I think I actually got this idea from like those Joey Salads prank videos. Or something like that. It was like I got this idea from those 2015 social experiments. Bro, it's just a social experiment, bro. It's just a social experiment. Remember those? That's where I got this idea. I was like, okay, let me say, hey, do you want to participate in the social experiment? But yeah, so that's what this was. You know, I feel like though, I mean, I've gotten older clearly, But I feel like I'm still the same guy. Like, I listen to myself, I hear myself. It's like, do I really sound that different? Voice is deepened a little bit, I would argue. You know, I'm less like just skinny and small, I guess, because I'm a little older. But real. Enclave, I'm not reading that super chat.
What people think of you when you wear a MAGA hat.
And I don't know why it keeps lagging though. This is getting very annoying. I might have to switch this out. Sorry about this, chat. It's literally I don't know why Chrome is doing
of
this.
You when you wear a MAGA hat compared to when you don't wear it. So this should be interesting.
Wait, it might be my VPN. It might be the VPN. Do we think it's the... No, it's not the VPN. What's going on? All right, let's just hope it doesn't lag. If it keeps lagging, I'm going to switch out the browser source entirely.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, you just saw me, you just made me for the first time. What is your, like, honest opinion of me as...
What's the resolution at? 480, fine, I guess.
As a person?
You look smart, like the kind of person you meet in a library or something.
She says, wait, hold on, I gotta crop it a little bit. She says, you look smart, like the kind of person you would meet in a library or something. What did she mean by this? What did she mean by this? I think this was a racial stereotype in retrospect. I did not think anything of it at the time. But I think this Brazilian girl is just like, I see an Asian person. He must work in a library. Oh, you look so smart. Oh, you look so smart. True. So true.
Yeah, I guess that I didn't think you would be talkative.
Supreme Leader says, Twink VinceDao. This is literally, yes, this is true.
But you're talkative. I think that's it.
So she says that I look smart and I seem antisocial. I'm telling you, that entire thing, she was just trying to say you're Asian. That was like exactly the entire interaction.
Okay, so now I'm gonna change my physical appearance.
This is so cringe. I can't. I couldn't even get it on right. L Riz. He couldn't even put the hat on correctly. What a loser. She means you're cute. No, I mean, I can. People have said that for years. I could definitely see it. But look, I mean, L Riz. Okay. Clearly, I was screwing up the situation. You know, older Vince might have handled it differently. 20, you know, this was 16-year-old Vince, right? Yeah, 16. 20-year-old Vince, you know, he might approach the whole thing a little bit differently. But, you know, me at 16, like, this is, you know, this was the game, okay? This face right here, that sums it up.
Okay, so by what's saying that, I wouldn't think you're like that nice of a person, or maybe you're just because I'm from Brazil, so we used to think that people are more ignorant than
I can't
that.
listen to this, don't cringe.
So I would think you are kind of like you don't actually know what that means, and I'm kind of hoping that. But anyways, I would.
And what would you?
So she says this repeatedly. I don't know what was up with this. Like I never really knew who this person was, but she keeps saying she's from Brazil. In Brazil, we don't really believe in that. But you know who, like, Bolsonaro was the president of Brazil at the time this was recorded. And I was thinking that to myself. I was actually I remember thinking that and thinking I should bring that up, but I was like, whatever. But she's like, I'm from Brazil, we don't really believe in that. You're like, Brazil is the clone of the United States. It's like the South American version of the United States, at least currently. They had their Trump, we had our Trump, okay? And all the way down to the exact same way that their recent election went to 2020, all the way down to like January 6th. Like they're the exact, if you took South American, and just made it in the United States, but they speak Portuguese for some reason, you would end up with Brazil. So I don't know. I don't really know what she's talking about, but I don't think she knows what she's talking about either here. Supreme Leader says average Lula voter. Well, we definitely know who she voted for. This is true. She certainly voted for Lula, but you know, it's going well. It was going well until I put on the hat, chat. You know, it was going well.
Say that at me.
Because it means you're run for a person whose ideals I don't agree with. who I don't think is a really good person, like by their ideologies and stuff. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Yeah? Okay. Especially because I think you should see everyone as equal people. And
I mean, so she's foreign, so I'm not gonna attack, you know, her English or whatever. But you know, very NPC response. This is really 2019 though. Like this is how every liberal talked in 2019. I'm getting flashbacks now. I feel like people don't really remember what it was actually like under Trump. And I don't know. I noticed that the people who were just like, you talk to your average liberal, why do they hate Trump? And they would all basically say this. He's just a bad guy and blah, 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 and this and that. And I guess it's still around, but it's just different. It's just different. Things used to be different. 2019, those are the last great days of politics, really.
And by what the head means for me, you think like America is better than everywhere, so that you should be treated differently than everywhere else, you know? So I wouldn't think you're a very nice person about that. I'm kind of shy about that.
So basically the message here, right, would be
my voice. I can't listen to my voice.
Basically, improve my own country.
Yeah, you want to make America great again, you know? But you don't care about the rest of the world. Because there are many other places that need to be great again as well.
Yeah, Brazil.
Not just America.
Bolsonaro.
And since America is this huge
blitz.
country, maybe it could help making the world a better place, not just the USA, you know?
No country has ever prospered that failed to put its own interests first.
But wouldn't you say that just the fact that, you know, just because I'm saying that I want to make America great, doesn't mean I don't want to make the rest of the world great? Isn't it kind of just, you know, focusing on my own country first?
Yeah, that's why, I mean, that's why I said depends on the reason you're wearing that hat. Because if I knew who you were, maybe I would think that, but if I saw you, let's say in front of the White House wearing that hat in a parade, you know, then I would think you just care about your country. And I don't even know if you're from here, but that's...
Hey, whoa. Look at she's like, I don't know if you're from here. I think you work in a library. I think you're smart and antisocial. What's going on here, chat? I'm the first Asian person she's seen in real life. I bet you I am. How many Asian people live in Brazil? None.
That's what I would think, you know?
So, what is it, like, just seeing me the first time, what is your initial impression of what kind of person I am?
Well, your approach was very pleasant. I wasn't...
So, okay, this one, chat, this is a legendary exchange here. But I will be honest, when I first saw her, and I think you guys agree, I was expecting her to totally be a liberal. And maybe she was. Now you have to just take a look at the video.
Afraid. I'm older than you, so it's kind of unusual that a younger person would come up to me. So that's pleasant.
Okay. So now I'm going to do the transfer. What do you think of me now?
I love you.
So true. Classic. That video is classic. Every time I post it on every platform, it always goes viral. Okay? That was actually my first ever like viral video, was this one. Some of you may have seen that. Some of you may have been like, where do I recognize that guy from? It was this video. So true. I gotta admit, I wasn't really expecting that, right? Because I guess like old white lady, then it makes sense, but you know, the hair, right? And I think she said previously, like she was a teacher. She used to be a school teacher, and I was like, oh, here we go, right? And that's why I thought it'd be good content. I thought this was like, you know, she's gonna be this like resist lib or whatever. And then she just busts it out. She's like, that's epic, I love you. And she says she has one of her own. So she said she has a baseball hat that says MAGA. All right. So there's my first ever video on this channel. Okay. Just thought that would be fun to show. Let's take a look at some of the other classics here. Let me scroll all the way down, which I should really figure out a way to do this that does not scroll all the way down, but regardless. Let's take a look at some of my first ever videos. Like this one is an oldly pre-recorded video. So let's take a look at some of my first ever actual videos. So I think the first real one I did on this channel was this one right here about Soleimani. We could do that. Ricky Gervais at the Golden Globes. That was a classic. Or there's a one of the feminists. There's me at the Women's March. That is also a classic video. But you know what? I'm going to cringe very hard. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to cringe very hard. But let's just react to my first ever, like, actual, like, real YouTube video, shall we? All right, let's see. All right, so notice... Chat, what is this? First of all, what is this cropping? Okay? Not that it still is always perfect to this day. But why like there's so much space up here? And look at the camera quality. It's just awful. The the ring light is shining right in my my glasses here. The green screen. This is the same green screen we used when I was back in LA like 2 weeks ago, though. If you're wondering, yeah, it's the same exact green screen. But this is, oh, jeez, this is going to be bad. This is going to be so cringe.
What's up, guys? Vince Dao here for Dao's Day on Patriot Productions, and...
I can't do it. I can't do this. I can't do this. Some of my older videos I can watch. I cannot watch this one. This is... Oh, gosh. All right, let's just play it. Just play it. Just play it.
Some people seem to have taken these World War III memes.
I can't do, what am I even trying to do? I'm trying to do that, like, freaking Barstool Sports, like, hey, let me stay in front of it and hold the microphone and go off. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Just a little bit too seriously. I mean, I think most people understand it's a joke. We're all joking about getting drafted because we have foreign tensions with Iran, right? It's funny. But there are some people who on the left, mainly the left, because the left doesn't understand what jokes or memes are. A lot of people on the left who are just absolutely...
I can't, my voice. Why am I doing this? What was wrong with me? What was wrong with me?
Hysterical. I mean, they are legitimately hysterical. They legitimately seem to think that they are about to die and that Iran is going to nuke the United States. Unironically, okay? We have people thinking that we're going to get nuked. We have people thinking it's World War III. We have people even thinking legitimately that there's a serious chance of war with Iran, which I'm going to be honest, there is not. Because President...
I knew that was never going to happen, by the way, okay? Let me just say, vindicated on that. Now, should we have done the Soleimani thing? I don't know. I don't really even remember what it was about. But I was like, you know, this is not actually going to happen. They're not actually going to go to war with Iran. It's all a bluff. Trump is going to scare them into submission. And I did call that. I mean, think what you will of it, because you could argue it was still a dangerous thing for Trump to do, whatever. But I did predict that.
Trump obviously knows that a war with Iran would sink his presidency, and thankfully that
was my thing
a-hole
too.
John Bolton is out of the White House. So let's be real here, the chances of war are not strong, but people are hysterical. I mean, they legitimately, people paranoid. There's one very famous person that was talking about how we're all gonna die and I'm just trying to keep us alive. Okay, we'll probably do a video about her this weekend, but you have people who are just so terrified. Now, what crazy things has this sense of fear driven them to do? Well, at least I hope it's driven by their...
What am I even saying? Like, I can't even speak.
It's a fear, not their just pure hatred of Trump. But it has driven them to sympathize or defend or take the side of a terrorist.
Bro, whatever happened to
let's
Rose
talk about
McGowan? Do you guys remember the bald girl? She's like an actor or something. Whatever happened to her? I've not heard of... Like, I remember during Trump. I just remembered that. She used to tweet all the time about Trump. I don't even know where she is now. Sheeny Beanie says she's the Rizzler now. Did I read that already? I think I did. Thank you for the $2. Deanna McQuaid for $2.79 Canadian says alpha moves only. I don't know if I'd consider any of this alpha moves, but you know what? You got to start somewhere. All right. So chat, listen. If you're ever trying to start content and you're like, it's not as good as this or that. Okay. Well, if you this is where I started. Okay. All right. So if your first YouTube video looks better than this, then you are beating me. Okay. So just know that. I know I get questions a lot about starting content.
Qassam guy. Let's talk about the guy that Trump actually killed, okay? Now, was he an Iranian military general? Yes, obviously he was. But do you know what else he was for the people defending him? Oh, he was a member of a foreign government. He was an official of a foreign government, so therefore he's immune. He was a Hezbollah terrorist, okay? Many in the U.S. State Department have declared this guy the leading terrorist in the world, okay? So that's above Osama bin Laden.
Let me just like not cut out the fact that I was itchy.
The ex-leader of Al-Qaeda, obviously. And that's above Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the ex-leader of ISIS, okay? This guy is the #1 terrorist in the world, okay? General Qassam was directly responsible for the deaths of almost 500 American soldiers, okay? So for people saying, oh, well, Trump didn't have the right to kill a foreign government official because we weren't at war with that foreign government. Yeah, well, did that foreign government official have the right to fight alongside Hezbollah terrorists? Did that foreign government official have the right to kill hundreds and hundreds of U.S. soldiers, huh? What about that? Where
Someone says cringe take on Soleimani. I mean, kind of in retrospect. But, I mean, at this, you know, I will say at the same time, the fact that Trump just took out one of Iran's top guys and basically got away with it, I mean, you gotta admit, that was kind of based. That was kind of Sigma. That was a Sigma Trump moment, you know? Because under any other president, that would have erupted in total war. But because it was Trump, he's just like, nah, I'm a G. I'm gonna take out your, like, hero of your country and then just, like, not even have anything, not face any consequences. So I will say in defense of my take here that is something to consider, but...
Where's the outrage? Like, you have Ilhan Omar today complaining about how Trump has no right to kill a foreign government official when Congress hasn't declared war. Yeah, did this foreign government official have the right to kill hundreds of Americans?
So if you're wondering why I'm so itchy, it's not because I was on meth. It's not because I have eczema. It's because in my room where I used to record this, and I think I briefly might have talked about this. By the way, look at my eyes. You look at this shot. Look at my eyes here. There was like no ventilation. There's no ventilation. It was so hot. It was the one room in the house, the air conditioner just did not work. Like, it has never worked. And so it was like unbelievably hot and stuffy in here, okay? There's probably air particles in this room from before my parents bought the house. Like, that's how, like, little the air circulates in that room. And so I was always, like, itchy like crazy because it was so hot. And I, like, sweat, and the air was so stuffy. And so, like, basically, you know, when you sweat and the air is stuffy like that, every bit of slightly dry skin on your body that's not even, like, eczema or anything, just slightly dry, gets super itchy, right? I think you guys kind of know what I'm talking about. And so, literally in this room, I would just get itchy all the time. It was painful. It was very painful. I'd get itchy, and then I'd, like, not be able to think because I was so itchy. It was a time. And by the way, I used to always take warm showers too. Now I don't really take warm showers because I've kind of learned my lesson about itchy skin and how much it sucks. But before that, I used to always take warm showers. So back then. So I already had relatively dry skin all the time, and then I was in this room all the time, sweating because it was so stuffy. And so every single video, I was fighting off. Every single video I've ever done in this room, I was fighting off an insane, like, meth level itch attack. Okay? Like, I'm not joking about that. I'm not joking about that.
American soldiers? Obviously they didn't. So let's draw a pretty clear line here. Okay? This general did not just stay in Iran, right? We didn't just go into Iran and assassinate him. This guy was in Iraq, okay? I don't think, unless he was somehow vacationing, just randomly vacationing in Baghdad, Iraq, right?
All right, I think we get the point on this video. Let's check out some of the other stuff, shall we? All right, let's see what else we got here. We got me giving a speech. I think we gotta watch the feminist video. What do you guys think? The thing is, I feel like my haters are gonna make fun of this because they're not gonna understand that the whole video was performance art, which it was. Let me be clear about that, right? So I don't know if I want to do that, because then they're going to be like, huh. All right, fine. I will. So, the point of this video is memeing, okay? So before you're like, Vince, what the heck are you doing? Why are you doing... The point was, I was going to infiltrate the Women's March as a feminist. Because, you know, they never... Back then, it was very hard to get liberals to talk to people who might have been conservatives. I kind of remember that. And so I was like, I'll probably get more interviews if I just straight up dress like a male feminist, which I also thought would be funny. Okay. So that's what I did. And then I was like, let me record videos of me making, like, let me intentionally make, since I'm dressed like I'm in this march, let me just intentionally make them look as stupid as possible. And so that's why I did this whole video of like, whatever you're seeing here. Because I literally wanted it to be caught on camera by the news that, hey, this is the women's march. Look like this guy is like mentally retarded and just like just rolling all over the place. Like, it was 5D chess. I want you guys, this was what I was going on. It was 5D chess, okay? I was trying to, by acting like an idiot, I was trying to make the women's march look stupid, okay? So that's the context of what you're about to see here, all right? So I don't want to hear anyone be like, what were you doing, Vince? What the heck? This is sus. That's the point. That's the point, okay? All right, I was trying to inadvertently help our movement by making their movement look stupid, okay? It's called, you ever heard of covert ops? You ever heard of espionage, okay? You ever heard of, you know, behind enemy lines? That's what was going on here. That's what's going on here, okay? So that's why I literally have, do you guys remember this shirt, by the way? You guys remember this shirt that says, I haven't seen this shirt in years, but it says, why be racist, homophobic, transphobic, Islamophobic, whatever, xenophobic when you could just be quiet? Do you guys remember this shirt? All the girls in high school, I haven't seen this shirt in years. I got this shirt for the thing because I saw all the girls in high school used to wear that shirt. Remember that shirt? Why be racist, homophobic, transphobic, or xenophobic when you could just be quiet? All the stupid feminists used to wear that shirt. And so I'm like, we need to fit in. We need to blend in. This is espionage, okay? Vince Dow in this moment was being a Fed, but he was being a good Fed. He's being a Fed for our side. Literally the point. And so this was what was happening here. This person, this guy's probably like a right-winger who just stumbled on the march in downtown LA. And he's like, look at this retard. What the heck? He's looking at it. He's like, what's wrong with these people? Oh my
goodness. What's up, guys? Vince Dow here for Patriot Productions, and today we're at the Women's March LA, and we're...
Dude, this stupid shirt. And then you probably wonder why I look so fat in this. I think I was wearing like 3 shirts. Yeah, because it was like cold. It was January, I think. No, it wasn't the reason. That wasn't the reason. I don't remember why. For some reason, I was wearing like 3 shirts. Oh, I think it was because I didn't want to wear it outside of the march because I was like, I'm good. I don't believe in this. This is retarded. But then I was also, I think I didn't really have a bag, and it was cold in the. Okay, that's what it was. It was really cold in the morning. So I have the jacket on underneath. But then I was like, where am I going to put the jacket? I don't have a place. So I just put on the shirt over it. So if you're wondering why, like, I'm wearing, like, so many layers, it looks like, that's the reason why. I'm now remembering. It's all coming back to me now.
We're going to be going undercover. But we're going to ask people a few questions and just see just how sane or crazy these people are. So let's take on the Women's March, guys.
I'm not playing that. I'm not playing. See, you guys understand, like, the point was to be like an idiot, but I feel like this will be clipped. Let's just skip it. They had you guys remember the Trump babies? Remember that? They did it in like England. It started in when Trump came to England. They have the big balloon of him being a baby. So that was all over all the liberal protests. I remember that.
Listen to me. I'm getting ready to go, but listen to me.
All right, so first of all, what made you want to come out to the...
This is a classic interview, actually. I forgot about this. I remember this girl. This girl's like cousin is a fan of the channel. I remember seeing that comment years ago. Hey, that's like my cousin or something like that. So
Women's March today.
Because I love women. Woo! I really do.
10 out
and
of
I want to
10
fight for
answer.
our rights because this world wasn't made for us, but we can try and make it for us.
We got to play that back one more time. That you know, you want to, you know, Rolling Stone called me the Galaxy Brain. This is the original Galaxy Brain take. Okay, she is the original Galaxy Brain. Let's listen to that again. Let's listen to that again. All right, we got to hear that again.
Because I love women. I really
Because she loves women. So true.
do. And I want to fight for our rights because this world wasn't made for us, but we can try and make it for us.
Do we need to hear that? I feel like, you know, there's just so much brilliance to that I don't think you're going to get it on the first try, in my opinion. I think we need to play that back one more time so you can really ingest. You really need to internalize what was said there because I don't think people get it. I don't think you're really going to understand it, frankly. I think you need to hear it one more time. I think you're going to hear it one more time.
Because I love women. I really do.
Okay.
And I want to fight for our rights because this world wasn't made for us, but we can try and make it for us.
On the topic of abortion, do you think there should be any limits whatsoever on abortion, or do you think a woman should always have that right?
I think that I'm very pro-choice. I don't think that men should be making our laws because that's ridiculous. They will never live through what we're going through. And also, why does anyone give a shit what anyone else is doing? The world would be a lot better place if people minded their business.
Let's see what type of crazy crap we could get feminists to believe. Okay, and lastly,
I think we ran like a psyop to see if people would believe it. This is what this was like. I forgot what it was. I was okay. Let's just. I don't remember what this was.
did you know that President Trump and Republicans are currently considering a bill that basically overturn the Equal Pay Act and sort of allow men to be paid more than women if they want? What is your opinion on that?
That's sick and that's twisted, and I don't understand why. I'm going to use you as an example. Why this would be better than this, or this would be.
Did you just assume my gender?
Superior. That I did. I'm sorry.
She assumed my gender. How dare she? Do I really even look like a guy in this outfit? Like, could I not pass in this for some type of non-binary alien metrosexual? I mean, in the outfit and the glasses and all that. I mean, I feel like she's kind of assuming that.
Understand why? I'm going to use you as an example. Why this would be better than this, or this would be.
Did you just assume my gender?
Superior. That I did. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
I
It's
used you
okay.
as an. Why a man would be superior to a woman? That doesn't make any sense.
Obviously, a lot of LGBT people are the victim of hate crimes. Do you think that more LGBT people should perhaps carry weapons or
Is that even true? I don't even think that's true.
handguns as the
I don't
defendants?
believe in weapons at all. Get rid of the guns altogether. I've lived in countries where people don't have guns. You can walk down the street, you're not afraid. No.
So
I'm not a big fan of that.
how would you suggest that sort
Education, we gotta bring people around.
Okay.
You gotta bring people around. Stop the white fascists. Period.
Wait, what? These people are so stupid. So I think the proprietor, he said something like, oh, well, the LGBT, there's so many hate crimes. And I think I asked him, I was like, okay, do you think that you should have like a Second Amendment? And then he's like, no, get rid of the guns altogether. And I said, okay, well, how do you propose? Education. We've gone over this before, but the liberal naivety on this question, if we just educate people more, there's not going to be any violence. Although I think I shouldn't even say that on YouTube, but I'm not going to say that on YouTube, but there may be a degree of self-defense needed in the reverse role is also what I'll say on that topic, and I'm not going to say more than that. And people can understand what I'm saying there.
Yeah, do you think that more LGBT people should perhaps carry weapons or handguns as the defendants?
I don't believe in weapons at all. Get rid of the guns altogether. I've lived in countries where people don't have guns. You can walk down the street, you're not afraid. No.
So
I'm not a big fan of that.
How would you suggest that sort of these?
We gotta bring people around.
You gotta educate.
You gotta bring people around. Stop the white fascists.
We gotta stop the white fascists. He's the white Stop the white fascists.
Period.
I don't even know what that means. I don't know why. I don't know why I recorded so many videos of me doing this. Like, one, we get it. It's funny. I don't know. We're not watching this.
I feel. That's a good question.
Stage in the pregnancy. Any point?
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's wrong. Is there any point at which you think there should be limits on abortion, or do you think it should be a woman's right to choose at any stage in the pregnancy?
I feel. That's a good question.
So, I know the audio sucks, but I asked basically, do you think there should be any limits on abortion at all? That's the question.
I feel that there should be no limits on abortion just because it is an individual's body and it is her right.
Do you think that there should be any restrictions on abortion, or do you think a woman should always have that right no matter what stage in her pregnancy it is?
Always have the choice. Always have the right.
So, like, 9 months. So people, nobody believes in 9-month pregnancy. 9-month abortion. But that's exactly what it is. Also, look at the sticker. Make out, not war. Make out, not war. Interesting. Warning, this is not a surgical instrument. I look at what are they wearing? What's going on here? I think that these people just see the 1960s, like the hippie girls. They just see it as an aesthetic. Everyone, they have this like aesthetic they want to copy. That's really what's going on here. This is just like these people walk straight out of Woodstock. Look, make out, not war. Freaking, I don't know, what are these glasses here? I don't know what's going on there.
I think for me, it's depending on that person. What is it my right to decide, like, what someone else decides to do with their own life and their own body, so
up to, say, 8 or 9 months, you guys would still be in favor of an abortion?
In favor of abortion?
Mm-hmm. Or if the right to an abortion?
Yes.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
So the governor?
For the most part, yeah. See, she okay. I'm gonna take a guess, chat. I'm gonna take a guess. The one in the middle, it was her idea to be here. Right? Do we agree on that? It was definitely the pink hair, make out, not war. It's definitely her idea to be there. I think this Asian girl and the other one, they're just like her friends. They're like, oh yeah, we'll come, queen, sure. Cause you can tell. This one right here, she's the reason they're there. And I asked her like, hey, 8 or 9 months? She's absolutely. And then this one, you notice, kind of hesitates and is like, oh yeah, I guess. It really does go to show you how teenage girls will just completely follow each other. And I've noticed this a lot. I've noticed a lot in political discussion. I notice this in the classroom all the time. None of the girls will really have anything to say. I don't know. It's a teenage girl thing. Like they step up and all follow their little queen ringleader all the time because something will be discussed in the classroom. Nobody really says anything. And then one girl, such as this one, such as Make Out Not War, starts saying something ridiculous, and then everyone else joins in and it's like, oh yeah, I agree. I agree. I think so too. I feel like that's how you wonder why so many teenage girls are liberal. It's because I think there's like this 5 to 10% of them that, as you see in this case, are just the ringleaders. And I don't know, there's something about teenage girls compared to teenage boys where they'll just follow. They just follow like this. So this girl right here, as you can see, they would not, would either of these two right here be there if it was not for the one in the middle? Not at all, right? But she's like, oh my God, let's go to the women's march, right? And then these two are like, sure. And now here they are. And now you see the difference. So, Supreme Leader for $5, thank you very much, says, poor bucket hat Asian girl. Older Vince would have red-pilled her and been married by now. I don't know about that, Supreme Leader. I don't think she's as much of a feminist. I will say I don't think she is really consciously there. But also, look at how she's dressed. I'm not dating a girl who goes out in public like this, okay? She's wearing a sports bra, basically. She's wearing a sports bra. That's not clothing, okay? She's on the streets in a sports bra and, sweatpants. That's not clothing, okay? It's not close. I wouldn't care if my girlfriend walks around the house like that, but you don't go out, especially to a public event, dressed like this. And then what does that communicate? What around what blocks, around what metaphorical blocks has this girl been around? I'm not gonna really say I'm for it. I'm not gonna not this one. No. We can't. Don't put words in my mouth. Okay, just because she is in a way there against her will does not exonerate her by any means. Okay.
If the right to an abortion.
Yes.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
So the governor of Virginia signed this bill, which basically, if there's a abortion that goes wrong and the baby's born, they can terminate the baby's life within 10 minutes of the pregnancy of being born. What's your opinion on that?
You know, it's hard to speak on that because you're not in that situation yourself.
Not in that situation yourself. Okay. What I just said, if you remember, this was a thing in Virginia. I don't know if you guys remember this. Up to 10 minutes after a failed abortion where the baby is born, where the baby comes out and is alive, within 10 minutes, you could murder the kid. Outside of the body, outside of the womb. She's like, I can't really speak to that.
I thought at the end of the day, like I said, it is an individual's body and it is her right to do what she feels is best for herself.
It's outside of the body. I stand with Planned Parenthood.
It is a tough decision and it is something that, you know, I would never wish upon anyone, but there are those instances where women do have to make that decision and it is her choice at the end of the day.
It should always be a woman's right to choose.
I think this is a video of me eating a hot dog. Wow, so owned. How will vegans ever recover from this? The vegans are literally never going to recover from this. It is over for the vegans, okay? Like, veganism Great Reset is not going to happen now because of this video, okay? We will not eat bugs and we will not eat impossible meat because of what I just did here. And I think you all should be grateful for that. You know, when we look back 10 years, we beat the vegans, okay? Veganism no longer is a movement. You will say it was when VinceDao, you know, that guy back in 2020 who ate the hot dog in front of the vegan sign.
So you mentioned climate change, right? What would you say are some solutions to the climate crisis?
Well, there's so many. I mean, we can go green. There's so many solutions to everything, but we can't do it as long as the fossil fuel companies are controlling that.
Obviously, you know, the United States makes up about 15% of global emissions. So while we cut our own fossil fuels, would you be in favor of, like, really putting the pressure on other countries to also get their emissions down?
Well, we can't put pressure on any countries right now until we get our government together, because Trump is not respected around the world. And the truth is about to come out, even worse about what he's done.
As is typical, they'd only blame the United States, nowhere else.
The Trump-Pence regime must go. Dude, remember that? Trump-Pence out now. All right, are there any other interviews here? Let's see. What's going on here?
It's about women's rights like nothing else. It's not partisan or anything. So let's go test that out. So tell me, what made you want to come to the Women's March today?
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. Hey, if it's just a women's march, then why is it so political? Gee, Vince, I wonder why. Wow, you're so red-pilled. All right.
Okay, so a lot of people have been sort of criticizing me for doing this because they're like, oh, the Women's March is just about women's rights like nothing else. It's not partisan or anything. So
that's actually what I was told, though. You're probably thinking, well, who said that? No, I'm serious. People were coming, the Women's March is just about women's rights. What are you? And so this is me proving that wrong.
Let's go test that out. So tell me, what made you want to come to the Women's March today?
Everything against Trump.
Everything against Trump. I mean, there you go.
Since the fascist in chief got elected, and we weren't going to miss this one. We're here to support the impeachment, support getting Bernie elected in November.
Our democracy.
This guy literally looks like that one Wojak. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know the one that's like one of the Doomer Wojaks? You know what I'm talking about, right? Like the Coomer one. Like that's literally him. Do I have to pull up the picture? Maybe I'll have to pull up the picture in a second.
Support the impeachment, support getting Bernie elected in November.
Our democracy is at stakes right now with what's going on with Trump and the impeachment.
So obviously this is a march in celebration of all women, right?
Absolutely.
Would you guys welcome, say, pro-life or pro-Trump women at this march?
Well, pro-life to me means that children shouldn't be in cages on our borders. Women should have the right to choose. And Trump women, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't understand how you can be a woman in support of a bigot racist.
What political party would you say you like most identify with?
Democrat, but I'm leaning more progressive now.
Democratic, socialist. I like Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, Democratic. I'm a Bernie supporter.
I'm definitely a Democrat.
Yeah, I'm also a Democrat.
Touch nothing unfriendly. Are you ready to meet the Lord Jesus Christ? Where will you spend?
We have the based evangelist guy screaming at them.
Eternity. Heaven or hell. Where are you serving?
Well, there you have it, guys. It's a fun time at the Women's March today. We got feminists to unanimously agree with late-term abortion, and we got some feminists to believe some pretty crazy stuff. So I'm gonna take the pussy hat off now, this stupid thing, okay? I'm back to being my normal self. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
You know, honestly, that video is so bad, but it was actually pretty popular. I mean, look at this. Look at this. It has almost 10,000 views. And this was back when my channel was like really tiny. Like I thought that's one of the worst videos ever made. I didn't even red pill them, right? You know how the street content people usually is, oh, he spits so much facts. I literally just like asked them leading questions but I don't know. People thought it was a funny video. Lord Pepsi for $2, thank you very much, says, amazing how Wayman's politics change with a hot guy. Thank you for the $2, Lord Pepsi. It is very true. It is very true. The frat hopping phenomenon. You know, many such cases. Thank you for the $2. Again, guys, you want to super chat the show? We're still raising money for the studio, okay? We're still raising money for the studio. So, you want to donate to the podcast studio this month? That's where the super chats are going. It's all greatly appreciated. God bless you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. All right. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, let's move on a little bit here. I remember briefly I tried wearing like a cowboy hat because I got the idea from Bryson Gray. Do you remember Bryson Gray back in a while ago? He used to wear the really big MAGA hat. And I was like, you know, if I'm known as an influencer who has some ridiculous outfit on, it'll get me more attention. Like, I was literally clout chasing. And then I thought about it, and I was like, well, do I really want to be known as the... Because you're never going to be... You're going to get attention, but you're never going to be taken seriously. And so it lasted like a week, and then I was like, nah, we're not doing that. That's just stupid. And then I went back to myself. But, okay, let's see. This is when Mike Bloomberg was running for president. Or we can watch the Biden one. What do you guys think? Mike Bloomberg or Joe Biden? Or the other Joe Biden video. Let's try because we have not heard about Mike Bloomberg in a long time. I feel like we need to go down memory lane here. This was 3 years ago. Let's see the date. March 4th, 2020. March 4th, 2020. Okay. 145 views. So true. All right, let's go.
Oh, Mike Bloomberg, you know the guy that said that Trump wasn't handling coronavirus correctly? Well, then surely he must be really good at, like, not...
Owned, epic style.
Not spreading germs, right? Oh my God, Mike!
wait, I was looking at the chat. Wait,
like, not spreading germs, right?
I forgot he did this. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, Mike, what the hell? This guy licked every single one of his fingers. Like,
he did
all
do that.
5 of them. And then he touched the damn coffee machine. Like, what the hell? This guy picked a pizza up out of the box, ripped a piece of it off, and then proceeded.
Who eats it? Like, I remember this. I remember Trump was talking about this. Who eats like this? Is this him trying to relate to normal voters or something? Well,
Not spreading germs,
we need a
right?
replay here. Okay, so I think it's pizza. All right? Or maybe a donut. It might be a donut in fairness. But whatever it is, he takes a chunk. He picks up this chunk of it. Okay? Oops. Did I? Okay, no, we're good. He picks up this chunk of it. We need an instant replay. Let's go to the video booth. He just like schlozes it down. I just made up a word. He schlozes it down. Okay? His fingers went inside his mouth to eat that. But as if that were not enough, he licks every single one of his fingers. And keep in mind, this was when Corona was first starting. Nothing was locked down or anything. But you remember they were saying Trump is not handling the virus correctly. All right, so here he is. 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger, 4 finger, 5 finger. Every single one of them. And he's like, oh, that's good. And then, with the fingers he just licked, you can't make this up. With the fingers he just licked, he touches the coffee.
Oh my God.
He just puts his hands down. Okay. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
With this guy.
I have never seen a human being eat in such a disgusting fashion.
So true. So true. All right. Let's watch the Biden ones, because Mike Bloomberg, that was a fun trip down memory lane, but like no one cares. Does he even still donate to the Democrats? I haven't heard about this guy in years, so I have no idea. Zachary for $2 says, disgusting. So true. I've never seen a human being eat like that. Potentially ever. All right, let's see some of my Biden videos, though. This is the true trip down memory lane. The Biden campaign. I think people forget how bad it was. Because honestly, I have to say, Biden as president has been a little bit more articulate than Biden than he was on the campaign trail. Like, he actually got his act together a little bit. And don't get me wrong, it's partially because they protect him. Biden as a candidate never, as a president, I mean, would never go on Fox News Sunday, even when Chris Wallace was there. But check it out.
Mr. Vice President, congratulations on your victory in South Carolina last night. What do you think it does for your campaign?
Well, I think it's a big boost. I think it starts a real comeback, and I think it, we picked up a lot of delegates, practically.
Words. Haha, I was so funny. Look how funny I was.
Joe Biden had possibly the worst interview appearance in the history of interview appearances, maybe ever. To be fair, every time Joe Biden speaks words in public,
pretty sure I was sick in I have so many videos where I'm just like, I have no voice. I need to take better care of my voice.
It's at least a minor disaster, and I'm sure that Biden may have had far worse interview appearances. He certainly had far worse moments. But for his own sake, let's hope that this was actually the worst interview of his career. So in a rare appearance on Fox, Sleepy Joe Biden came
Joe, I haven't heard that in so long. Sleepy Joe Biden. We need to bring that back. I feel like at this point it's vintage. There's a point where it just started and it was funny, and then it becomes mainstream, and it's like cringe, and everyone's saying it, and it's old. But it has not been said in so long. I feel like if we start bringing back Sleepy Joe Biden, it'll be funny again. You know, it's like that arc. It's that arc, right? 2020 Vince dressed like it's 1989. You guys don't understand. Where I went to high school, this was like Riz, okay? Because 2018 to 2020 or so, that was when all the hype beast fad was happening and everyone wanted vintage clothing and designer and all this stuff. And so, you know, I had the Adidas Superstars. You guys know what I'm talking about? The shoes. And then yeah, I had like the track jacket. And honestly, I could not imagine wearing this in 2023, especially where I live now. Like, people look at you like, what's wrong with you? But there was that brief period at the end of the decade where the 80s came back, and this was considered fashionable, okay? I remember in 9th grade, the first day I wore this to school, all of a sudden, okay, girls were in the DMs. Like, I'm not even joking about that. I'm not even joking about that. But imagine if you wore this now. It's like that went out of style very quickly. That was a very short phase, the 80s phase in Gen Z. And I don't know if it was even national. Because I talked to my friends out here that we would have never done that. It might have just been a California and New York thing, which is obviously where I'm from. But
Day with Chris Wallace last Sunday.
You are right, though. I do look so Asian. I look so unbelievably Asian.
I'm not going to go through the whole interview, but after a long interview filled with stumbling and mumbling and just generally being an incoherent mess that makes no sense, Wallace started asking Quid Pro Joe about his gaffes. Oh, so in case you've been living under a rock, okay, and like a very big rock, Joe Biden never has any clue where he is or like what exactly he is doing there. The man actually...
I think I'm reading off a script. I think that's why my eyes are like slightly off the camera. I'm just noticing that.
Makes no sense when he speaks. And oftentimes his sheer inability to like speak words often causes a disaster. Much worse than forgetting what state he was in, which he's done like 8 different times. But
I gotta admit, my hair looks good here. Would you guys agree, chat? I feel like my hair had more like volume in high school. By actually a lot. I don't know what happened. I'm an old man. I can't do the young. I'm like 20, you know. I'm just past the prime, midlife crisis, you know. I'm about to turn 21. Can you believe that? Like, I can't even imagine. Like, I'm basically about to collect Social Security, you know.
Biden has, well...
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach.
Do you guys remember? This is so classic. This is actually like, this is one of my funniest Joe Biden, like the ones I remember being fun. I think my favorite though is Corn Pop. Okay, Corn Pop is still my favorite Joe Biden sentence ever. But
in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Hey, yo, what the?
And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Can you imagine this guy as president? I mean...
Yeah, could you... Wait. Let's play that one more time.
On my lap.
Can you imagine this guy as president? I mean...
Could you imagine this guy as president, Vince? Could you imagine that? Wow. I can't. I don't know, man. You're so true, Vince Dow. So true.
Like we all know he was a public figure under the Obama administration. Like, he didn't actually do anything, right? But this man is actually mentally unfit to lead a country. He has no clue what the hell is going on. What the hell is going on, okay? We have tensions with Iran, hypothetically. Let's say we have tensions with Iran. The man's going to pull out his big stick and yell, "Back off, Saddam Hussein." I mean...
Ha ha ha! Ha ha! That was so funny. I'm literally wheezing right now.
He's losing his mind. It's really a shame that Wallace didn't actually grill him about the one I showed, because, I mean, really, Wallace let him off easy. But Wallace did actually ask him about some of his other verbal disasters. And
it's funny how Chris Wallace is at CNN now, how things
Vice
change.
President, I don't especially like asking you about this, but it is an issue in the campaign, and that has been your sometimes shaky performance on the campaign trail. Here's a story that you told at least 3 times about Nelson Mandela. Take a look.
I had the great honor of meeting him. I had the great honor of being arrested with our UN ambassador.
Yeah, don't you guys know he met Nelson Mandela?
Trying to get to see him on Robben's Island.
You now say you weren't arrested and it didn't happen in Soweto. You were at the airport in Johannesburg and you were stopped from going through the door for blacks.
That face is just priceless, okay? It's a look of being
like,
lost and confused.
Hey, no,
exactly
he's like,
what Sleepy
Jill, the phone's ringing. Answer the phone. Joe, what are you doing? There's no phone. You're losing your mind. Did you take your meds yet, Joe? No, Jill, answer the phone, Jill. Hey there, Sonny. That's this voice right here. I think that's what he's thinking in the background. He's like, Jill, you need to answer the phone. There's no phone ringing, Grandpa.
Oh, always feels on the inside.
You just ain't taking your meds.
Here's something else you said this week. Take a look.
I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the
How
other
old am
guy. Give
I?
me
I
a
think
look,
I
though.
was 16 or 17. What day is this? I think I was 16. I was 16 years old in this.
Okay.
You haven't run for the Senate since 2008. What happened there?
Yeah, because as I will say many times, Joe Biden has no clue where he is or what he is doing.
No, the context was, I said to everybody, I said, look, I'm going to say the same thing that I've always said. Like I used to campaign in Delaware. I'd say, I'd knock on the door. I say, my name is Joe Biden, Democratic candidate for the United States Senate.
My name is Joe Brandon. I'm running for...
Not vote for the other guy. That's the sentence I repeated throughout making the case. And I said, and I'm here now to ask you all to look me over. It was in the context of how I said I ran, because the context was that, you can, as was pointed out by Cedric and others of my campaign, and how I ran when I ran for the Senate, was people will not, they expect you to ask them. You have to earn their vote. That was the context of that.
Okay, the thing is, if you actually watch the interview, right, he wasn't actually referencing back to what he used to say. No, like, if you watch it, he actually just forgot. He actually just thought he was running for Senate again.
South Carolina is going to determine who the next president of the United States is going to be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, here. Yeah, disproven. Get fact-checked by 16-year-old Vince Joe Biden.
Really are. You're the ones that sent Bill Clinton to the presidency, and you're the ones that sent Barack Obama to the presidency. And I have a simple proposition here. I'm here to ask you for your help. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate.
I mean, yeah, Chris Wallace went totally soft. I mean, these are just like surface-level Biden gaffes.
See, he didn't say like I used to say. He just said it and never clarified it. So, you know. Rust Belt Election says he's starting Vince Dow fan art. Very cool. Tag me on Instagram. Tag me on Instagram if you do post it. And Twitter, obviously.
But still, hilarious. But next in the interview, comes up the topic of Trump. And...
President Trump went after you about this at CPAC yesterday. Take a look at what he said.
Joe's not going to be running the government. He's just going to be sitting in a home someplace.
So true.
And people are going to be running it for him.
Your response to the president.
Is that the stable genius saying that? Oh, give me a break. God love him.
God love him.
I'm going to resist saying what I feel like saying.
No, go ahead. Don't resist it. Go ahead, Mr. Vice President.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to try to, assign names and insults to the stable genius.
You could call him a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
This is a guy who doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know how to run the country. He is making us more unsafe the way he's responding to the coronavirus.
Joe, you don't even know what country you're in, and you think you can handle logistics? What a lying dog-faced pony soldier you are.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
So true. So red pill.
Wait to debate him on stage. I want people to see me standing next to him and him standing next to me. We'll see who's sleepy.
Let me answer that right now. You're sleepy. Yeah, you're sleepy. It's you.
Joe Biden. We need to bring that back, okay? You know, it's the presidential campaign's about to come back. I think we need to bring back Sleepy Joe Biden. I haven't heard, and I'm watching this. I'm like, wow, I've not heard that phrase in so long. I think we need to bring it back, okay? In fact, I'm gonna tweet that out right now. Okay? I'm seriously gonna tweet that on the stream. Hold on. We need to bring back Sleepy Joe Biden. It's been too long since I've heard that. All right. I tweeted that out. It's true. It's true. I miss hearing that, okay? Brandon, I felt, Brandon is very old. I used to say it ironically to kind of meme, like, the boomer meme, but then make my own meme. But that's stale now, too. I think Sleepy Joe Biden just needs to come back, okay? Okay. I'm gonna say mishearing it. Because it's among Trump's best nicknames. Let's be real. It's among the best.
It's clearly you. I mean, awfully bold. By the way, awfully bold thing to say after an interview like that. Okay, like then you're gonna call Trump the sleepy one. But check this out. Check this out. Okay, at the end of the interview, it turns out Joe Biden doesn't just not know what state he's in. He also doesn't know what network he's on. Thinks he's on MSDNC with Chuck Todd, apparently. Take a look.
Thank you. Thanks for your time. Please come back in less than 13 years, sir.
All right, Chuck. Thank you very much.
All right. It's Chris, but anyway.
Chris. I just did Chris. No, I just did Chuck. I tell you what, man, these are back to back. Anyway.
No, it's
I don't
okay.
know how you do it early in the morning, too.
Safe travels on the campaign trail. Thank you, sir.
Dude. This guy, managed to become the president. Managed to. He straight up forgot who he was on camera with. Look at this.
And see with Chuck Todd, apparently. Take a look.
Thank you. Thanks for your time. Please come back in less than 13 years, sir.
All right, Chuck. Thank you very much.
All right. It's Chris, but anyway.
Chris. I just did Chris. No, I just did Chuck. I tell you what, man, these are back to back. Anyway.
No, it's okay.
I don't know how you do it early in the morning, too.
Safe travels on the campaign trail. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
My favorite part? He tried to save himself, and he actually screwed up trying to save himself. Let's come on.
Chris, but anyway.
Chris. I just did Chris. No, I just did Chuck. I tell you what, man.
And this, by the way, was right after he said, quote unquote, let's see who's sleepy.
We'll see who's sleepy.
It's you, Joe. You're sleepy. You literally.
So true. So true. All right, what time is it? We've been going pretty long. All right, before we wrap up, I do want to get to some different eras of Vince. Eras, not errors. So let's go forward like a few months here. Although, some of these old Joe Biden things are pretty funny. Like, you gotta admit, they are. But I think I need to show you guys the first ever rendition of the VinceDao show, okay? So I don't think anyone really. I doubt. Okay, if you're in chat and you were around in these days, which I seriously think is no one, but if you were, let me know. But before we did currently, the VinceDao show thing we do now, and before we just did our normal live streams and stuff like that, which I used to just do that, blah 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 blah. Way long ago, once upon a time. It won't even load. It's so Jover. Hold on, it's Jover. It's not even working right now. Playlist maybe? I'm trying to think. Where would it be? Hold on. All right, maybe I gotta go to the playlist. Long ago, in a galaxy far, far away, we had a show called, before it was just the VinceDao show, okay? Before it was just the VinceDao show, here it is. It was called America Rising, the VinceDao show, okay? So we gotta watch some of that. I feel we gotta watch some of that. This is the first ever attempt at, it was just a weekly show, right? I was gonna do it every Friday night. This was the first attempt at the weekly show, and it was called the VinceDao show. Okay, it was literally called The VinceDao Show. So here we go. We gotta watch. This is the original VinceDao show. You guys gotta see this, okay? All right. Back when you used to use StreamYard. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. I just gotta see this briefly. Oh, the VinceDao show number 1. What an intro! What an intro! Well, I don't know what that was.
Okay, guys, and we are live. Holy crap! That just blew out my ears, and you guys.
That did blow out my ears. That is true.
I just don't know what I'm talking about, but all right. Good evening, guys, and welcome to.
I want to see
the pilot.
Why is the resolution so bad? Look how bad it was. Oh, I remember. No. I remember. The reason the resolution sucked in these is because I didn't really have a stable internet connection or a stable computer, and so StreamYard used to just lower the resolution. Okay, so there's some nights where the resolution looks great, but most of my first shows, it was like, I don't know how people watch this. Look, I'm like, look at that. 144p. And I used to do the whole show like this, and also the audio used to cut out so often. You'll just take a listen.
Episode of the VinceDao Show. I am yours truly. Thank you guys all for tuning in.
I gotta hear that one more time.
Episode of I'm talking about, but all right. Good evening, guys, and welcome to the pilot episode of the VinceDao Show. I am yours truly. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Hopefully this does well, because I would really like to make this show into a weekly thing, but in order to do that, we need
Vince.
your support. So be sure to press like on this video, on the stream.
Hit like on the video. We were grifting from the start. What can I say? Hit like on the video.
Keep staying in. Watch, listen, share. You know the deal.
Watch, listen, share. I don't even say that now. I should. Watch, listen, share. So true.
All of that. But thank you guys for tuning in.
Was this your libertarian phase? No, I just had the flag. My libertarian phase was before this. I was actually at this point starting to become like unlibertarian pilled already. But yeah, I still had the flag left over from when I did have my libertarian phase, and so I just put it up there. Actually, if you watch later on, I took it down. Later on, I took it down. Because also, part of the reason I took it down is because it was above the American flag, if you notice. Like, it was such a bad look. I had the Gadsden flag. So what I did is I moved this here. And I think I had like I just put a Barstool Sports flag or something. I think it was like the Saturdays are for the boys flag. And that's what I ended up putting here. You'll see. I'm going to play some of the rest of the one, but you'll see.
Sorry about cutting off the music early on, but it was actually playing from the speaker and I had to put in these earbuds. But yeah. I open with this. Currently, as we speak, America is facing one of the worst recessions in our history. Fortune reports that due to...
Okay, I'm just... Okay, I want to see... I had some, like, freehand monologues, so... Do I recognize any of these people in chat? Look at the old people who are in chat. No one... It's all different. Uganda Knuckles? Let's go. We got Uganda Knuckles in chat. Very based. Very red-pilled. All right, let's move on there. Let's see. Cause I want to watch a few of these. You got to see the evolution of the VinceDao Show before I just gave up.
Oppressed. We are the richest group on average.
See now.
You know, the only oppression really is like we can't get into colleges as easy as everyone else.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, actually, I don't know if that guy wants me to actually show him on the stream. Let me do a different episode. Okay. All right. I want to see. This was the old lobby song.
Asian conservative commentator.
I actually see. Okay, in some ways, the production value used to be better because I used to have a custom intro song. Like, listen to this. You need to like hear this. I don't even have this. I should have this now. I don't even have this now.
VinceDao, you're like the only Asian conservative commentator.
Just listen to it. You gotta hit wait for the beats drop.
Hi, I'm VinceDao, and I'm so conservative that I don't want anything to do with the left. In fact, I don't even turn left when I walk.
You know, it'd be nice if it wasn't so compressed because it was through freaking StreamYard, which sucks. Okay, on that front,
If you guys ever start streaming, never use StreamYard, okay? Put in the effort, learn how to use OBS. It is much better. But, okay. Let's see. Doxed by leftist classmates. I remember when that happened. I remember when this happened. And then there was, my BLM streams, to this day, are still pretty good. It's like episode 6 to what? 11 or 12? I actually still, to this day, I remember looking back, I have some really good monologues in this, but here, let's just listen to this one here. All right. Let me see.
In my hands, I am not a...
The Bryson Gray music. Let me see.
Start doing more research and looking into these subjects.
All right.
Okay.
Look at the freaking resolution. Dude, it's so bad. I was literally streaming from Afghanistan, okay? Yeah, I was like, why is no one watching the show? Because you're streaming from Afghanistan, retard. Literally, no joke. Osama bin Laden had better video resolution in the cave than this. Oh my goodness.
Actually, I need...
And like the whole night. Like...
Take this freaking banner name off. Hold up. Give me a second. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Let me know in the chat right now if you can hear me. Comment. Just comment USA right now in the chat if you can hear me. Just doing an auto check before we start this. Making sure I'm not too loud or ear raping you or anything like that. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Wow,
Thank you to the 43 people.
You know, I was streaming from Afghanistan and had like no resolution, but I did have news headers, which is technically more professional than I can say now. So, you know what? 2020 Vince is like, yeah, Vince, you might be in so much higher resolution now and audio and connection. But do you have news banners? No, you don't, because you're too lazy to do that now. So what are you gonna say? I suppose.
People, that is good freaking attendance. Okay, I know it's not quite as good as last week, because last week we were just in like extremely crazy circumstances. I got doxxed by my classmates. Many of you may remember that. But thank you for the 43 people in the stream right now. Audio is good. Sounds like we're all good. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Audio is fantastic, isn't it, chat? Yeah, you can definitely hear him. He's not constantly cutting out because the internet sucks.
Welcome to episode 8. It's crazy to think we've been doing this for 2 whole months now. It's literally changed my way of life. But welcome to episode 8 of American Rising the Vince Style Show.
You don't even know what I'm saying, because every 2 seconds it just won't stop cutting.
Reminder, guys, we are live, same time, same place, Friday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern time every week. So make sure you're here next week and the week after that and the week after that. Thank you to the 42 people who have joined this live stream. Before we begin tonight, I actually want to let you guys know of like an event that's upcoming. So on June 23rd. And if you, especially if you guys live in like in Arizona, in the Phoenix area, but on June 23rd, Students for Trump is holding a convention in Phoenix, Arizona, that the President of the United States, Donald Trump, will be speaking at. Okay, so June 23rd, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm going to actually try to find the link for you guys later.
You know, it'd be nice if I can know what he's trying to say, but all I hear is internet compression noise
in the stream. But if you guys live in the Phoenix area, or if you're willing to fly out to the Phoenix area, I will be there June 23rd. You will get to meet me. You will get to see President Trump. It's going to be a lot of fun, a cool little summer break getaway. So just letting you guys know about right now. If you scroll up in the chat, you can actually see, like, very early on when the stream started, I put the link for the convention there. So if you guys want to meet me, you guys want to see President Trump, you guys want to see a lot of fun. I'm not being paid by Students for Trump.
How did I have, what did I say? I had like 40 viewers, which was actually pretty good for the channel back then for like a normal show. But it was also 2020. People forget this. In 2020, it was so easy to get views. Everyone cared about politics. Under Biden, everything, just engagement sucks. But regardless, how were 40 people sitting there and watching this? From Obama phone, from Afghanistan.
Trump anything, I'm just
I wouldn't watch this. The second I hear bad connection, I'm just like, I'm not watching this.
You guys know that if you
can't.
One of you guys want to go to a cool event, see President Trump, get a quick little getaway to Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix is super hot in the summer, so it's miserable. But you guys get to meet President Trump. It's going to be a lot of fun.
What are you trying to say?
If you guys want to come, pull up. All right, June 23rd. Scroll up earlier for the link, and then at the end of the stream, we'll share the link. But it is crazy.
More viewers than now. I mean, that actually is true. This is not a normal show, which is why. But still. No, the people don't realize this. In 2020, that year, it was so much easier to get attention and views. In fact, if I probably was like 2 years older and knew what I was doing to an extent, technically wise, and just presented myself better, I'd probably be, like super mainstream in the conservative movement right now. Like, I would arguably, I sort of missed the chance there because I was just too young and stupid. Like, even this show you're watching on the screen, if I just had decent internet and like decent lighting and audio, it could have, like, we'd probably be at close to 1 million now just from 2020. It was crazy how fast you could go viral back then, It was crazy. I went crazy on TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff, even YouTube, And then Biden got inaugurated and everything sucked and it was so hard to get views. You had to literally fight. You had to fight for viewership. And then we recovered, obviously, and a lot of stuff has happened since. But still, yeah, it's true.
I remember when this show used to be about like normal politics. Like we used to just talk about, oh, Nancy Pelosi said this thing stupid this week, or here's something new that President Trump is doing, or here's something stupid that Don Lemon on CNN is doing. We are living in such insane times now in our country. Ever since the death of George Floyd, things just haven't been the same on this show, just not the same in our country. But things are
before George Floyd died, I had 1080p decent quality, and now we're on Obama phone. Thank you, George Floyd.
Really, really getting out of hand. I open tonight with this. All right, folks. It seems like kids my age.
All right, let me find. I know there's a few episodes where my internet connection was decent. So let's see if we can actually find those episodes. What do the comments say on this? 3 comments. Finally, an Asian conservative YouTuber commentator. Keep it up. Actually, there's another Asian conservative YouTuber that I watch. What's the 3rd comment? Leftist, I just want to know. If America sucks so bad, why are you still here? So true. So true. All right. Let's see. How about this one? What episode was this?
Sure.
Oh,
I do not.
That was with Chandler. There's one of these where I give a really good monologue and I actually remember it.
My hair is a mess. Everything's a mess. The getting ready for the stream was
it's a mess. Your video quality because your show sucks.
So ridiculously chaotic. It's a long story. I'm not going to get into it, but the long story short is we are here, but I got to say, ever since this riots have been starting, my Twitter's on fire. Honestly, like just
I don't recognize any of these. Like I remember some of the people in chat, but it's crazy. I don't think there's a single person that is still here. It's a totally new audience. Hugh, I remember Hugh. Hugh, if you're watching this, I hope you're doing well. Bailey, hope you're doing well. And Hugh again. So true.
Tells you that this is a black versus white issue. It's not. It's just, it was already neck deep.
Okay, it's not this episode. There's one episode where the quality was actually good. The internet was cooperating.
Crime rate, right? Because
and
he doesn't need jail time. He just needs restorative justice. He just.
I want to find it, Chad. I genuinely do want to find it. I don't know if we ever will, because they all have just terrible audio and internet the entire time. All of them, every single one. But I know there is one. I know there is one that is actually good. And now I can't find it. Let's see.
Okay.
I don't know what am I wearing? What the heck am I wearing, dude?
What is going on, guys? Welcome to tonight's episode of America Rising, the Vince Dow Show. Apologies for the bad audio this episode. I left my microphone at
the audio is literally better, Vince. I don't know what you're talking. The audio is actually better.
The house where I was quarantined, and I would have gone and gotten it, but I just realized like 10 minutes ago, I forgot my freaking microphone at my dad's place where I was quarantined. So sorry about that. We'll have this Friday
Friday we'll have the audio back. But anyways, guys, welcome to tonight's episode of America Rising, The Vince Dow Show. We will begin shortly, but I just want to let you know that it's going to be an awesome episode. That's all I wanted to say. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the hour of Dow. So let the Vinsanity commence.
We will be starting very soon. Let me start the countdown right now.
Vince Dow, you're like the only Asian.
All right, we're not gonna find it. We're not gonna find it. But I do want to show some of the eras of the streaming. So that was, I would say that was era 1. The whole bedroom, no audio, no connection thing. But it did actually get better. Believe it or not. I know you're thinking there's no way that ever got better. No, it actually did get better. So I tried to do a second show for a little bit called Vince Dow Live, okay? It's called Vince Dow Live. And I remember the intro for Vince Dow Live was really good. It was arguably much better actually than the intro we have now. So let me just pick a stream here. Let's see. NFL declares that football is gay. Oh, remember Gen Z GOP? Let's see. Let's just... I don't care about the show. Let's just play the... I just want you to see the intro. Okay. Now, I do know for a fact some people on the channel will remember this. You will remember this, okay? At what age did you start making conservative videos, Frog Jr.? 15. Which, before we end the stream, I will play my first ever video ever. So you guys can see, like, where it all really started. Because it's actually not this. But here, you guys do need to witness this. This, in my opinion, is much better than the current intro for the show. I think the current one is more professional. It's more professionally done, more professional looking. But still, it's hard to beat this, okay? Just admire the glory. I made this myself, by the way. I made this myself in Canva. You're thinking, what did you make? Canva and iMovie, okay? Check this out. Watch this. So true, I'm telling you. Oh, before we do that, Abby Zhang for $50. Thank you very much. Abby Zhang says, for your studio. God bless you, Abby. Yes, that will certainly go to the studio. Very serious about this idea, guys. Okay, I've been telling you. We're 2 mics. We got 2 of the mics. We need 2 more. We have 2 microphones. We got the mixer. We just need the lighting and like the backdrop stuff and 2 more mics. Okay, that's what we need. And then we're almost there though. Okay, but anyways. You must. Actually, wait. This is like the worst version of the intro. It actually got slightly better. Let me find one that's slightly after this. Because I remember there were some improvements. So let's just pick, say, let's just see. Let's do my last show in California. How about that? Let me see this one. Okay, here it is. Yeah, okay. So this was the last show before I came to UF, before I came to Florida. This is the last show I ever did in California. I was now 18 years old by now. Okay, and we are live, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start the stream here in 3 minutes. I will begin the countdown. This is a little bit bittersweet. It is the final stream from this house, the final stream from California. And of course, I had to dress like a hipster. We kind of hate to see it in a certain way, but we'll talk about it on the stream tonight. Again, if you're watching on the replay, feel free to skip ahead. Zeb Boykin for $10, thank you very much, says, I can do this intro professionally. All you have to do is say go. Thank you for the $10. Well, I don't know if I want it because I feel like this intro does not actually fit the real vibe of the show, if that makes sense, which is why I didn't really want to replicate it. I guess, yeah, Florida, but it's like, what about the show is synthwave? But I just did this because it looked cool. That was it. So I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the current intro, actually, branding is better. But this is just so cool. But thank you for the $10. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Sandra Meyer for $2 says, just pick one and play it, dang it. Okay, we're trying. Here we go. But I'll see you guys for the 2. It's all here in about 3 minutes or so. Tyler Winter says this was so long ago. Yes, this was a year and a half ago. You don't understand. I'm 20. It is a long time ago to me. And I look and sound different. Okay. So true. I'm telling you, Vince Dow nationalism, literally the future of the Republican Party. You cannot stop it. Yo, look, I'm the baby now. I am and the baby.
This monument will never be desecrated. These heroes will never be defaced. From this day forward, a new vision will govern our land. From this day forward, it's going to be
just so
only
cool.
America
It is just so cool.
first. America first.
John, thoughts on VinceDao nationalism?
Oh, I mean, I've been campaigning that for the better part of 3 years now. Before I even knew Vince, it actually appeared to me in a
Let me
dream.
skip ahead a little bit because it's gonna be so long.
Credo, as long as we are led by politicians who will not put America first, then we can be assured that other nations will not treat America with respect, the respect that we deserve.
Chat, what do you guys think? Is this better or worse than the current intro? It's also longer, which is part of it, but...
The American people will come first once again.
Millions of Americans sincerely love Donald Trump. They love Donald Trump because no one else loved them. The country they built, the country their ancestors fought for over hundreds of years, has left them to die in their unfashionable little towns, mocked and despised by the sneering half-wits with finance degrees but no actual skills who seem to run everything all of a sudden.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and we are live. So that was the old. It was. I will. You gotta admit, it was cooler. I feel like it was cooler. At the same time, what about this was synthwave? Me behind my green screen? I have no idea. I have no idea, but it was cool. You gotta admit, it was pretty cool, huh? I don't know. Now I'm getting nostalgic. I'm like, I miss that song. I miss that song. I miss that intro. I mean, it would have to be adapted if we were gonna do it again, but still. The original concept, it was there. I don't know, maybe when we start the podcast, like the podcast that I've been talking about doing, maybe we'll do that, right? Maybe we'll make it like a Florida, Miami night themed kind of thing. But anyways, Rusino for $20 says, I don't know if I'm going to read the first part. I don't know if Abby's comfortable with me reading the first part. But he says, also, I hope this helps Vince. Thank you for the $20. Rusino, appreciate it very much. Appreciate it very much. God bless you guys for the donations. Big donation from Rusino. Shout out, Rusino. This was the iconic intro. This is very true. This is very true. All right. So that was that. We got two more, okay? I got two more things I want to react to, and then maybe you guys want to do members block. We can continue this party on the members block if you want. I just don't want the original stream to be so ridiculously long. Because there are a lot of old things I'm now getting nostalgic about. But I feel like you guys need to see two things. Number one, my first ever video when I got to Florida, which was almost 2 years ago now. And then you got to see my first ever video ever. So we're going to do that. That's the last two things tonight, okay? We got to do that. And then we might do a members block because I'm actually having fun. I don't really want to end this, but I don't want to go for like 4 hours on the main, so... But here, you guys got to see. This was my first ever video in the state of Florida. To this day, I kid you not, to this day,
This is still, in my opinion, one of the best things I have ever done. Like, this was so impressively good. I don't know how I did this. This was 2 years ago. I arguably spoke better in this than I did now. And there was no script. There were no notes. There was no nothing. I kid you not. I just sat down in front of a camera and hit record and just did this. Page unresponsive. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Oops. What's going on? All right, there we go. There we go.
Okay, it's just not the case.
All right. This is actually very... So this was right when Biden pulled out of Afghanistan and all that stuff, so...
So I think that when it comes to Afghanistan, two things can be true at the same time. And don't get me wrong, I do not say that to take some cringe, like, nuanced, centrist stance on the situation where...
The flag was not ironed, but also... This was like I just got here, so this was an impromptu setup. I think from what I remember, this thing you see here that is a table, it's not a table, it's an ironing board. Okay, because the table had not come yet. I recorded this video on an ironing board. This is my first video in Florida.
Oh, but, you know, some of both sides are true. Okay, don't get me wrong. I despise centrists. I think centrists are irrelevant and ultimately contribute absolutely nothing to the real political discourse in America. But the reason I say that is because I think in this case, that is genuinely true. It is true on one hand that the way in which Joe Biden withdrew from Afghanistan was idiotic, it was incompetent, and it was just a complete disaster. But I think it's also true on the other hand that out of the fallout of this entire situation, you are seeing a lot of Bush-era anti-Trump, America last neoconservatives basically use the opportunity to kind of re-hijack the narrative and insert their decades-old talking points back into the conversation that we thought we had basically gotten rid of under the Trump presidency. And we know that if these people had their way, you know, we would be in Afghanistan for another 20 years.
My reducing brain cells have actually raised in the course of watching this video because it was so good. I'm just saying. I know I'm just like stroking my own past ego here, but genuinely I listened to this and I remember the fact that I did not script or note or prepare anything. I literally just sat down and hit record and just did this. It was quite impressive. I don't know. I don't know if I've gotten dumber. I can't do this now. Like I do the show live, obviously, so it's not a matter of it being impossible, but just I was just so focused and everything was coming to me and it just was all... I just sat down and did this. It was incredible.
If we never left Iraq, we would essentially stay in all of our foreign wars, past, present, and current, forever in this...
Yo, yeah, Dan Crenshaw in chat. That's you. That's you. That's the real Dan Crenshaw, by the way. People are this fake. No, that's the real Dan Crenshaw. He watches the channel. You didn't know that?
False vision of a global American empire of democracy. And we can't let that happen, and we have to push back on those people. But I'm concerned, and the reason I'm concerned is because I see a lot of, you know, genuinely Trump-supporting conservatives, sort of people who identify as, you know, MAGA conservatives, kind of getting on board with these talking points and getting on board with these people simply because the neocons are now bashing Biden, and because their talking points are anti-Biden, many sort of gullible Trump supporters just assume, oh, well, this must be MAGA, this must be America first, when it is literally not the case. And we have to stop letting neocons kind of hijack this conversation from where it needs to be. And so we're going to be talking about both of those things in this video, as well as ultimately the coming refugee crisis that you're definitely going to see in America and Europe pretty soon. But before I begin this video, I think we obviously have to address the elephant in the room, which is, as you can see, that was our last video in California. We are now out of California. We're in the great state of Florida. I have set up a temporary impromptu content kitchen behind me. And I
remember this bedroom. I was first in college here. It's crazy.
Temporary, I do indeed mean temporary, okay? Currently, what...
I know all the old people are in chat are like, by old, I mean older than me, are like, you're talking about this like it was so long ago. It was almost 2 years ago. Do you not understand? That's a tenth of my life. That's a tenth of my life. It is a lot to me. And you have to admit to a degree I do look and sound a little different.
But we are using...
Although, like I said, I think by now I was kind of evolving politically, so I would say this video to this day is still like pretty red-pilled.
You probably think I'm on a desk right now, but it's not a desk. It is an ironing board. an ironing board as a desk. That's how just freshly moved in we are. But
I can't believe I did that. I use an ironing board as a desk.
we're still making the content. We love to see it, right? So I don't go to the University of Florida, by the way. That's a
I do. I was trying not to dox myself, and then people just did it for me, and I was like, okay, fine.
psyop. It's an SO.
I was trying to like, I think I tried to say I go to like every Florida university. Like one day I said I went to Florida State. The other I said I went to Miami. Yeah, I do go to
esoteric psyop, which will be right-wing the case.
Right,
we Afghanistan was a disaster. Obviously, you know, you have to get your equipment out. You can't be handing our equipment over to the Taliban, essentially. And obviously, most importantly, you have to have a plan to evacuate American citizens. Okay, we have left a bunch of Americans stranded in Afghanistan.
You guys can watch this video if you want. I'm gonna go to the first ever video, like I said. But this is actually a good video, okay? If you ever want to just listen to a random video that's from me, it's called Owning the Libs and Neocons at the Same Time. It was posted like August 2021. Let me see the exact. August 20th, 2021. Genuinely, it is, I to this day, I think it's one of my best videos ever. So go check it out. Okay, but with that said, ladies and gentlemen, last order of business tonight. I have to show you guys the first ever video I ever did. This was not even on YouTube. I actually started on Instagram, okay? This is my first ever thing. Check it out. All right. So this was when I was 15. Yeah, I was 15 years old. And I think I've told the origin story before. But I was doing broadcast journalism at the time. I was in a broadcast journalism class in high school, and that was what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a journalist. And I got more passionate about politics and just decided that it was very hard to keep my opinions to myself. And so I was like, you know, a lot of kids out there, they just do the whole, let me debate my teachers type of thing. But I thought to myself, I'm already doing this sort of journalisming thing. We might as well, right? We might as well, like, make content on Instagram and make videos. And so it's gonna, I have to stall because it's gonna take a long time to scroll down, but I promise you it'll be worth it. Okay. This, you will truly look at me and say, actually, Vince, you were a lot younger there. Okay. And I do believe that. That was 5 years ago. It's 5 years ago now, almost. Okay, as you can tell, it is taking a lot of time. But let me read chat while I just do the scroll. Brian E says, do you get leftists who confront you while you're at school? That's not happened to me once ever. First of all, people here are pretty laid back, if I were to tell you the truth about politics. Like, there's plenty of liberals, but we don't really have this toxic culture at school of fighting each other or really giving each other a hard time. There's been a few instances, but most of the time when Turning Point or whatever tables, the liberals just walk past and leave them alone. And I think it's partially because it's Florida, right? There's a sort of culture of, hey, don't mess around here if you're a liberal, right? Because the conservatives are pretty strong and loud too, and so it's kind of like, that's been my experience. I have gotten recognized plenty of times by conservative students. Like that is happening more and more often now. It's like kids in class are just like, hey, that's you. I'm like, yeah, that is me. That's actually happened back-to-back semesters now. But in terms of really getting a hard time, no, I've really never had problems. It's all positive interactions in my experience. And also, if you're a liberal and you saw some conservative commentator, would you even immediately register it was him? You know? Because that's the other thing, too. They might recognize me from the Vice video, but are they really sure that's me? And then do they really care enough, you know? So, no, I've never really had an experience like that. I've just had, hey, I watch your channel, and I follow you on Instagram, and, you know, nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Red Eagle Politics for 2 says, congrats in advance for passing me in subscribers. Thank you for the $2, Red Eagle Politics. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. All right, the YouTube Shorts. Red Eagle's like, no,
I actually get views on my videos. Yeah, but you know what? We're just gonna do it. Thank you for the $2, Red Eagle. Good to see you. Be sure to subscribe to Red Eagle Politics, by the way, guys. I think he streams on Sundays, so he does stream when I do not stream. Also, he streams later than me, okay? So if you want to keep the content going, this is so far down. This is so far down. But if you want to keep the content going, Red Eagle Politics, what is it? Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday? Is that when you stream? Something like that? So, real and true. Cecil says, yeah, you're on later than usual. I had a couple shots with my mom friends, so I'm happy to catch you live. Well, good to see you, Cecil. I mean, it's not a normal live. We're on later because it's a casual just hangout stream. But I suppose if you had a couple shots, then that's the vibe, isn't it? So good to see you, Cecil. By the way, let's get the stream to 100 likes. All right, here it is. Last one of the night. This is the first political video I literally ever did. I don't know if I even want to watch this. It's going to be so cringe. Okay? But this is the first ever thing I've ever done. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at me. Wow. Why did I tag Yaf? I think I was just trying to get, like, clout. I tagged Yaf for some reason. All right, let's play the video. I'm stalling because I don't want to watch this. Hey, it had 252 likes, which is not bad for, like, a page that started with nothing, but... All right.
I'm VinceDao, and I'm a 15-year-old sophomore in high school.
My voice! I can't do it! Why? Why?
The future of this country is...
So self-serious, too. Hey, guys. You know why? Because I was trying to be like a Republican counter to David Hogg. I remember that. I was like, look at this David Hogg clown. I'm going to be like the right-wing counter to him.
In serious jeopardy. The ignorant and idiotic so-called leaders of my generation, like David Hogg and Emma Gonzalez, seek a world in which the fundamental God-given right to self-defense no longer exists. A world in which those who claim to stand against sexism and racism actively engage in those acts themselves.
I can't watch.
Sometimes even taking violent measures. A world in which hardworking Americans are severely punished for being successful and working hard. Meanwhile, that same society responds to those who have no moral or legal right to be here. Not by punishing them, not by getting rid of them, but by directly rewarding them. And if you don't agree with this dystopian, psychotic liberal fantasy, you lack the most basic human civility and probably enjoy the murder of children. Hi, I'm VinceDao.
People are saying I look older in this. I guess I could kind of see that. I guess I kind of did, huh? I think it was the acne though, because I had acne. I had a bunch of acne when I was 15, and so it probably like my face looks more scarred. Like I have a smoother face now. But do you think I sound older? I don't know. I don't know if I see that one. I don't know if I sound older. My voice sounded very helium-y, I feel like.
Well,
oh no, but it's gonna transition into the white. This was before IGTV. This was when you could only do 60 seconds on Instagram at a time, if you're wondering. Oh, now there's color.
I won't accept this narrative anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dao's Day. On this page, in
my page used to be called Dao's Day. I don't know if anyone knows that. That was the original name of what I wanted the show to be, was Dao's Day. Hey, it's VinceDao. It's my day. Dao's Day. It's like Dre Day. You know, LA, like Dre Day. Still Dre Day. I was like, it's still Dao's Day. So.
Weekly YouTube channel, which will start soon.
Hey, weekly YouTube channel, which will start soon. There you go.
Stand up for all of the young people that the mainstream media has intentionally forgotten. We will be fighting to take back Generation Z, one post, one day, one fact at a time. Be sure to hit that follow button and subscribe to my YouTube channel, the link to which is in my bio, and be a part of this rapidly growing and truly special movement. Thank you.
I don't know why it was so self-serious, but yeah, there you have it. There you have it. That was the first ever video I did. Do you want to see some of my other ones, though? Let's see. This was me responding to LeBron James.
So in an interview this week with Fake News' Don Lemon, LeBron... I like could not speak. Someone said, did I have a speech impediment? I mean, I guess I still kind of do have a slight stutter. But I mean, I've never been diagnosed with one. I think I was just young and just did not speak that well. It's not anything like super serious. Clearly 100 people watched it. Wow, Vince. Someone says go invest in Proactive. I did have acne back then. I went on Accutane in 10th grade and then now it's like clear, but I did have acne. This guy says effing moron. Grow up, effing read a book. More BS. Lies yelled louder. Effing troll. So true. You know, with this version of me, I agree. By the way, you're wondering what this is. What is this, a microphone? So I was too lazy to buy a microphone. I actually could have afforded one, but I figured, oh, I'll just save money. I'll take my cell phone and put it here and record it and sync it up. So that's what this is. If you're wondering, is that a microphone? No, that's
LeBron James accused President Trump of somehow being the one creating the divide in sports. Really? That's funny because who was the one who started this whole stupid thing? Well, newsflash, it wasn't Trump. It was Colin Kaepernick. And then the dozens more low IQ pro athletes that followed his stupid movement. Okay, here's the thing, pro athletes, because listen up.
Where'd the audio go? Where the heck did the audio go?
When you, as beloved public figures,
what is just okay?
Decide to enter the shark-infested waters that is American politics, you are going to face backlash. You don't believe me? Look at Kanye West, Donald Trump before and after you ran for president.
So true.
Even you, LeBron, before and after you appeared on fake news CNN. The reality is that actions have consequences, okay? And if you are not prepared to deal with those consequences, then don't take the action. Donald Trump is not the one that pissed off millions of Americans by disrespecting the flag. Actually, that was you guys. So in an interview this week with... Actually, that was you guys. It was you that decided to protest in this extremely controversial and offensive way. So instead of...
What year is this? This is August 4th, 2018.
How about instead of blaming other people's for simply commenting on what you're doing, you take 2 ounces of responsibility for your own actions. And realize that the reason there's a divide in sports is directly because of the actions that you and your fellow athletes have taken. LeBron, I gotta give you credit because you're an absolute basketball legend, and building that school was probably one of the best things I've ever seen a pro athlete do, okay?
He did build a school. He did build a school.
But don't get into the world of politics, okay? Because you nor anyone else in the whole disrespect the flag movement possess the basic cognitive ability to reason, much less the political knowledge to back up and actually defend your beliefs. So don't come crying to your fans when people quickly shut down your absolute joke of a movement.
So true. So red-pilled. All right, guys. Well, I think that's been enough for at least the... We'll do it. You know, members, let me ask the members. Members, do you guys want to continue this? Because there's a lot of old content we could react to for like another hour. Or we could just call it a night. If you members, we only care about the members on this question. If you guys are bored, then we could just call it a night. But all right, guys, with that said, let me see. Have we finally hit 150K? The whole stream was an elaborate psyop to just get to 150K? Let's see. All right. We're 150 away from 150K. All right. Thank you to everyone who tuned in tonight. Let me see. Let me see if the members want to do a members block. I'll become a member if you admit and show us 714. I don't have the videos of 714. I have because there are no videos. Omar says members block. Sheeny Beanie says call it a night. Let me see. Jack Wayne says somebody should check in on the school that LeBron built. Is it still functioning? That's a good question. We should Google that. LeBron school. I'm actually curious too. I Promise School. I guess it's still around. You know what? Credit to LeBron. As much as I dunk on him, haha, dunk. Apparently, it is still around. It opens 9 a.m. on Monday. So, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, there you go. All right, chat. Let's see. Let me see. All right, we got at least 2 members said they want the members block. Okay, we'll do a short members block, so see you there if you want to join us. Let me post the members. It's in the description, okay? Click the link in the description to become a channel member if you want to join us and continue the party of watching these, because I'm actually having fun. I'm not ready to call it a night yet. But all right, guys, thank you to everyone who tuned in. We should be back on Monday with a normal episode of The Vince Dow Show, so join us here 8 p.m. Eastern Time as usual on Monday. We may even do a stream Sunday. I'll let you know. But definitely on Monday. Until then, be sure to leave a like before you go. Thank you prematurely for 150K. Alpha moves only. God bless. Have a very good weekend. See you on the members block. And peace.